Alright, so I thought I'd do a quick little video on how I got everything hooked up. We got an LOR controller on the floor with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands of lights hooked up to it. Got the Pi and the matrix up here. So we'll just kind of run through it step by step. Here's the FM transmitter. It's just a Ramsey FM transmitter. Running over there to the corner to the J-pole antenna. Here's the Raspberry Pi. This is actually what's running the show this year. We've got E131 coming out of it right here on the Cat 5. Got a USB card, Wi-Fi, so I can connect to it Wi-Fi. And I'm also running Hamachi and a VPN server, so I can connect to it from my house in Knoxville down to the house in Chattanooga. That'll be running the lights this year. USB's running the LOR, so I've got the LOR USB 485 down on the floor. And that's running over to the LOR controller. So, and then coming out of here, instead of having hooked to the FM transmitter right now, I just got hooked to a little speaker so I can hear when it kicks on. Coming out of that, it's into a little network switch that I just use for testing stuff in here in the bench. Not the actual one I use for the show. The one I use for the show is a TrendNet 16-port unmanaged switch, but this is just my little 5-port test that fits nicely on the bench here. So the first controller coming off the switch, I'm going to follow the light cord here. Goes over here to this one. This is a J1 ECG P2. It's a little D P2, the miniature P2. And it's got the IP address written on the power supply. And it's just 5 volts coming out, and those are going to these pixels. And then over here, the gray wire coming out of the switch is running to this P2. And it's got his IP address on it, and it's actually running back behind and controlling that matrix there. Alright. And it just kicked on. That was perfect timing. So that's the Pi controlling the matrix and controlling these lights down here. See if we can't kill some of that light over here. And then as far as control, I'm actually not hooked into my computer at all, but I am hooked up to Hamachi's Wi-Fi, or Hamachi VPN here. And then here is where the show is actually running on the FPP. And we can go in here and stop it. If I was to click there, it should Wi-Fi into the Raspberry Pi and shut down the show. So we'll click it now. Works perfectly. So everything is up and running now. We'll pick any song we want to and get it up and running. Start it back up. There it goes. Everything is working perfectly. So yeah, just a quick little video. Show you how everything's hooked up and testing before I get it all hooked up out in the yard again. Have a good one.